Hey, everyone. This is your girl, Libra Butterfly, aka Coco, and I am here. I am here. Um, Thank you for coming in on the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful and the horses are fast, how the horses are beautiful and the women are fast. It just depends on what you darn like. I want to thank you to all my subbies that will be listening to this a little later. We do have one of the experts that's in the house today. So I'm going to bring her on and we're going to get the ball rolling. Happy birthday to any of the June birthdays. Also, happy anniversary to you. And I hope today has been a wonderful day. One moment. Let's see. La 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 la. Hello, ma'am.
Hi, how are you?
I am great. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Fine. I see you did it. Yay!
No, it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. So it was just a matter of clicking the links, and it's a little dark in here. Can you?
Yeah, I can see you. Yeah, you look great.
I can't see you though.
I know. Honey, I'm not even appropriately dressed to be on, but yes. So it's gonna be some people that will look at this a little later and everything, but I sent the link to the other guy as well.
Yeah. He may not be able to get on because he's still working.
Okay, so, not a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to, go ahead, honey, introduce who you are, how long you've been in the business, and if there's anything we need to know that we should be doing right now to buy a house, let's just say within the next 6 months.
Within the next 6 months.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Well, first of all, my name is Candace Payton. I am the broker of Payton and Company Realtors. I've actually had my company for about 5 years,
okay.
5.5 years now. But I've my own company for that long. But I've been an agent for well over 25 years since I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
And so I decided to step out on my own.
Awesome.
About 5 years ago. So just a little plug there. I know we're talking about buying homes, but if anyone's interested in selling real estate,
there you go.
Then I could also show them how to do that as well too. So,
okay.
And I don't know if you'll somehow get them to me, but I'll be more than happy
Yeah,
to help,
absolutely.
including you. So what I do is I sell here in the state of Kentucky, and again on all spectrums of selling. We do residential, we do a little bit of commercial leasing, and what I love best is the first time home buyer. I just love, my thing is I just love helping people, and
Awesome.
I think the first time home buyer is the most, it's just like, it's so exuberating when someone, they allow you to help them with one of their major purchases
Yeah.
in their life. So I like doing that. So
Awesome.
that's the part that I like doing best. So so I'm going to speak to you guys, or speak to you, Coco,
Mm-hmm.
as if I was speaking with the first time home buyer. So this is
Okay.
you would do typically in order to get started buying real estate.
Okay.
So just say that you were looking to buy within the next 6 months. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing that we would need to start doing, first of all, is we need to check our credit. Okay.
Okay.
Credit, people don't realize how important credit is. Now,
Yeah.
I know there's some people that say that you could get a mortgage, and you can, with a low score of like 580. Okay.
Yeah.
But typically when you're that low of a score, you end up with a bigger interest rate, and sometimes you don't get the benefit of working with a first time home buyer lender.
Okay.
Typically, when you're doing something that low, then you're going to be working with a mortgage broker. And they're
Okay.
different from the actual loan originator, which is typically the bank, which is typically the people that have the down payment assistance programs for
Mm-hmm.
first time home buyers.
Okay.
So, our very first thing is score. Okay, that's what you focus on mostly, and a typical, I wouldn't say a good score, but a standard score
Mm-hmm.
that is going to get you a mortgage is going to be about 630, 630 and above.
Okay.
Just remember, if you go, the higher you go, the better interest rate you have.
Okay.
If your interest rate, if your score is really up there, that's really good, because then you can compete lenders for your business. They will compete with your business. And when I say that, you may have a company offering you this interest rate, but then if your score is really high, you can go to this company. They may offer you something lower, you know,
Okay.
and you can take it back to the other company and say, hey, this company offered me this, just to see.
Yeah.
So the higher your credit score, the better um, loan that you're going to get
Okay.
for you. Okay. So basically, I would say start with your score. Then you want to start, and then you probably should do this first. You want to see, am I a person that wants to buy a home?
Yeah.
Should I consider buying a home? Do I want to be a renter? Do I want to buy a home? Well, that depends on what you want to do with your life, right? If you
Mm-hmm.
want to be a person that's flexible, and you don't mind staying here 2 years and there 3 years, although you can do that with buying a property. Typically, you want to stay a renter. Okay.
Okay.
Although I will say to my renters that you are buying a home or an apartment. It's just not yours.
Especially now.
It's not
Yeah.
yours. You're buying it for someone else. So why not get your own property? And
Right.
some people say, well, I don't want to do landscaping. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do the maintenance things that are required. Then maybe you should consider a condo, or one of the communities where there is an HOA where they're doing most of that stuff for you, your landscaping and all that good stuff. It's just that my other motto here is that if you work hard, you should own a piece of the rock.
There you
That
go.
thing is, Coco. A lot of people, millennials, don't know what a piece of the rock
I
is.
know, right?
Is. We know what it is, but you should
Right.
own a piece of the earth
Mm-hmm.
if you're a hard worker. And I like to tell people all the time, you said you can't afford a home, but you afford to live somewhere every month. You're paying somebody something.
Yeah.
And you can get homes, and typically for the amount of rent that you're paying now, you can buy your own property,
Tell it.
and it could be less than what you're saying. So I would basically say, if you're thinking about it, if you feel like you're a person that's ready to be stable, you don't want to move again 3 years, 4 years, when they up the rent on you, when they do that, then I would say consider buying a home.
Okay.
Consider buying a condo, do something like that. So you want to see if you're that person that's eligible to do that. You also need to be somewhat of a budgeter,
Yeah.
because you're gonna, once you buy the property, although there's the principal, the interest, taxes, and insurance are considered in one payment, You also have those incidental and repairs you didn't expect. So
Right.
that's another thing that you have to be good at budgeting. And I won't necessarily say be good at it, but some idea of
Okay.
so that's one of the things with that, doing that. Another thing you should consider, but mostly your credit score, and if you are a candidate to buy a home, correct? And
Yeah.
then the other thing you should be doing is saving, down payment. You need a down payment for this home that you're going to buy. Now, there are down payment programs that you could sign up for, that you can try to get down payment assistance. And believe me, as a first time home buyers representative, I go after those programs. I know the lenders that offer those. But
Okay.
in the event that that program's not there, or you want this particular home and you need more down payment than what the program is giving you, then you need to save your own money. So
Yeah.
your own money so you can have that. That's just for the down payment. And typically, down payments, if you're going to do something like an FHA, which is a government backed loan, they typically only want to do like 3.5%. But you can put down as much as you want to, 5%, 10%, 20%, whatever you want to put down on the property for that. But definitely save a down payment. Okay.
Okay.
You also want to save money for closing costs. This is separate from a down payment.
Right.
The down payment is the amount of money that the lender wants you to put your skin in the game. The closing costs are the costs that the lender charges you to originate the loan. Okay. Now, mostly we ask the seller to pay this for you, to pay your closing costs for you. But in the market that we're in now, where they're getting listings that are flying off the market the same day that they're put on the market,
Hmm.
where things are going for cash, where things are going with no contingencies, meaning no inspections, no appraisals, and things like that, it's very wise for you to have your little nest egg for your closing cost, which
Okay.
is separate. Again, back in the old day, and then now, depending on how long the listing's been sitting, we would typically ask the seller to pay that cost for you. But these days, you want to have it on deck just in case you have something that you want to compete for.
Right.
One of the stipulations is, hey, I'll pay my own closing costs. Okay. And typically you want to put down anywhere from 3 to 6% for closing costs, as tuck that away as well too, just in case you need it.
Okay.
So from this point, we want to do our credit score. We want to make sure that we're a person that wants to consider buying a home. We also want to, what was my other thing I just said to you? It escapes me. Your down payment, save for your down payment and save for your closing costs. Okay.
Okay.
Once you do that, you're all ready to go almost. You find a lender. Okay. Typically, this is kind of backwards. A lot of times they say to find the lender and then find an agent. Well, sometimes, most of the times, people don't know where to go to get
That's true.
loans. So typically, they'll reach out to a real estate agent before they'll reach out to a bank. A good agent will know how to direct you to a good lender. Okay.
Hmm.
We have relationships with lenders, so a good agent will direct you to a lender. Once you find the lender, and like I said, you could shop for that. You could shop for a lender. You want to look for somebody who is maybe going to have low closing costs,
Hmm.
maybe will have no points, which is just extra cost for you. You want to look for a lender that has low interest rates. And I like to say local banks just because there's someone you can walk into the bank and talk to someone. Although you can find very good loans at the mortgage companies online, like Rocket Mortgage and all those. You can find good loans there too. So don't limit yourself. You really need to do your research
Oh, okay.
on that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was like, okay.
Yeah,
Because I've heard of that rocket, but yeah, okay.
yeah. So you can really do research. Just research it. When in doubt, reach out to a realtor, and they can probably help you out. Or another thing you can do, you can go to your local bank or the bank where you bank and ask them about their mortgage programs. Now, I'm going to say this, and that, I guess I could say this. I kind of shy away from the bigger banks,
Yeah,
the conventional banks, because they're just not as, to me, they're just not as friendly as our smaller banks
right.
on that. So Also in Kentucky, Kentucky being a good place, Kentucky has sort of like especially if you do a Kentucky housing um, loan, there they have a mortgage protection clause, which if for some reason if you're in mortgage default, that they will kind of waive your mortgage and put it to the back until you get stable.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, and that was pretty popular when people were losing their jobs a lot, and it's still
Yeah,
available. But now, as you know, there's jobs everywhere, so
that's true.
it's just a matter of that. So after you shop for a lender, of course, and you have your agent, and then that's when the agent will sit down with you and discuss your criteria of what you're looking for. Typically, we like to stay within the budget. When I say within the budget, it's not for what the bank approved you for; it's for the amount that you want to pay monthly
Okay.
on your mortgage, because a lot of times the bank can approve you for so much more, and you just want to know what you're capable of paying every month, uh,
Okay.
because you don't want to get this big huge mortgage and then be what we call house poor.
Let me
uh,
ask you a question real quick.
yes, ma'am.
Bankruptcy. After a person filed bankruptcy, how long do they have to wait before they can try to get a loan for a house?
So it depends.
Okay.
Right after discharge, I had a client that did it right after her discharge.
Okay.
They typically say 3 years or whatever, but I did have someone do it right after a discharge. So, and the only thing they needed was their discharge papers, and they were discharged from this bankruptcy.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, just check. We could check on that too to be sure.
Okay.
On that. And I don't know. And to be honest, on that person, I don't know if it's because it was a subprime. It could have been a subprime lender, which subprime just only means that the lender is not held to the highest standards
Oh,
of,
okay.
what, but they're held, they are at the standard of the threshold to be legal. It's
Okay.
just that they're not like at the highest standard, meaning you may get a higher mortgage, you may get a higher interest rate, you may get a higher down payment or something of that nature. It
Okay.
doesn't mean it's a legal loan, but yeah. So typically, right after discharge,
Okay.
they can do that on a foreclosure. So basically, Coco, that's it. After you've checked your credit, you want to be the person, you are the person, you think, yeah, I want a home. I don't want to be in this apartment or this person's house anymore. I want my own home. So you decide that. Once you decide that, stay on top of your score. Make sure your score is in that range, 630 and above. The higher, the better.
Yeah.
And then once you consider being that person, then you want to save. You want to save anyway. You want to save the money, put it away for down payment and closing costs.
And you
Okay.
know what bothers me? I get right at 690.
Hmm.
It's like I can't crack at 700 for nothing in the world.
It's crazy, but you would be at the 700 club. We call it the 700 club. I've been in and out of the 700 club so much. It just depends on, it really just depends on what you've done. That's another point. I'm glad you brought it up. It really all depends on what you've done the month before. The
Okay.
month or 45 days before determines what your score is going to look like the next month.
Okay.
Because the bureaus, the three bureaus, they typically update the 30 to 45 days. They
Yeah.
typically update. So it all depends on what you did the month prior to. 690 is actually a pretty decent score for a house. And I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's actually a pretty decent score to get a mortgage loan. So that's not a bad score.
Not a
Not
problem. Okay. Somebody got a question. I'm gonna wait for her to type her question.
okay, no problem.
But yeah, before my husband passed away, we were going to buy a house in Columbus, Georgia, because you get more for your money.
Yeah,
More land, more everything, and
yeah.
it's cheaper.
Mhm.
But since then, I'm like, eh. But I did file bankruptcy, and
Okay.
we had started that before he passed, and so after he passed, and I had to still go through with it, and
Mhm.
the judge discharged it around, I think it was November. I
Okay.
got my paper that said it was, discharged and all that. And, so no, I
Well,
had
you
asked
should be ready.
somebody, huh?
I said, so you should be ready. You have a discharge and you have a 690.
Yeah,
Now the other things is, do you want to buy? That's the
I
other thing.
do.
People.
I wanted this landlord to sell me this house
Hmm.
because I'm already settled. I'm already here. I love my neighbors. I love my street. And they're
Gotcha.
still thinking about it. So I
Okay.
said I would give them at least until September because it'll
Okay.
be a year since he passed away.
Oh wow.
So I'm gonna give them, and it's also both of our birthdays is in September.
Okay.
So if they decide or if they don't make a decision, I'm gonna decide because
Okay.
I want to own something. I need
Yes,
something of
it's
my
very
own.
important. Very,
Yeah.
very important. I really do. I think, and it's crazy. As long as I've been in real estate, I just recently became an investor about three years ago,
Congratulations. Okay.
and which is a different beast from what I'm
Right.
doing now. Like it was, I was such a baby. I'm still a baby in that. But what I did it, and I did it because I have two children. I know you probably remember my son. He'll be 35, but I have a 16-year-old too. And the
Shut
only thing I
up.
could think of what really made me want to do this is because my parents at the time were struggling to find an affordable place to rent
Yeah.
they didn't own. And because of the things that we encountered, encountered, price price gouging.
Yes.
Um, we encountered a little racism. I felt we encountered all kind of things with them trying to, and that made me say, you know what? I don't want my children to have to go through this at
Mm-hmm.
all. So I started to buy property, and I
Okay.
said to myself, once I'm gone, at least I
Mm-hmm.
will leave a legacy for them. And I end up getting me a little LLC. I named it Nehemiah Enterprises because in the book of Nehemiah, I felt like Nehemiah, the governor, was the whole gist of it to me was that we have to leave a legacy for our children.
Children's children. Yes. Come on now.
And
Yes.
so that's what my investment company is called, Nehemiah Enterprise, because it's a
Congratulations.
legacy for my children. Thank you. It's such a different beast. And I don't know how these people walk around with 200 and 300 properties. I have no idea. I really don't. But that's the other thing too. I run into people who are older who says, I'm too old to buy a house. I have the one client in particular. I'm too old to buy me a house now, but I do want to buy something for when I pass that my children will have it.
Yeah.
So she's looking for a rental piece of property so that she could have rent out to somebody
Mm-hmm.
else and then leave it for her children for when
Yeah.
they or when she passes away. Although she's still renting the house that she lives in. I don't understand that, but I'm like, okay, let's do it how you want to do it. So yeah, definitely. If someone doesn't want to buy their own personal property to live in, consider doing investment properties too.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too, because for a while there was some houses around Elliott Street, and they
Hmm.
was like letting you buy those for like $1. I mean,
Hmm.
even though you had keep up everything, which is natural, but
Yeah.
there was still there was something to leave just in case something happened, and you can get earn money from it and stuff. She said, "Is it better to buy a multifamily home, and can it boost your income as far as the banks?"
Is it better to buy multi
Family home.
and then can it boost your income?
Uh huh.
Yeah, well, it
As
definitely
far as
boosts
the
your
banks.
income. A lot of, and that's a trend right now. That's a very good question. That is a trend right now, and a lot of young people, I would say millennials, are starting to do that. I'm trying to
Okay.
get my son to do it now because he's trying to start his own family. But because what you can do, it's still because it's a fourplex and under is still
Okay.
considered to be a single family residential home. So as a buyer, you could go in, you could buy the fourplex. Of course, you'll have to live in one of the units. Okay, you'll have to live in one of them.
Okay.
You can rent out the other three, and then yeah, your tenants can pay your mortgage. Now, what I would say on that, if you were considering doing something like that, I would not let them know that I was the owner.
Owner, right? Because they be knocking on your door and everything. Yeah.
Every 5 minutes, I would not let them know that I was the owner of that property. But
Okay.
you could definitely do that. That would definitely increase your income. If you chose to go that route. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. She's
Mhm.
listening. Okay. Now that's something to think about too. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Because with doing that, as especially as a first time home buyer, it's like you hit the jackpot. You've bought your first home. Somebody else is buying it for you, although you're living in it. You know,
Right.
so why not? That and then it, of course, it's a lot of you'll have a little bit of cash flow, and you'll be able to sit you aside a nest egg on that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've been riding. I see a couple of apartment complexes.
Hmm.
I would love to buy. I'm like, oh, I would love to buy that. Because if
Yeah.
I could get that, oh, and fix it up the way I know, man, and I wouldn't be charging a whole lot like they doing now. I
Yeah.
would undercharge.
Yeah,
because I
yeah,
would make sure I got people in them. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So,
Quality people, quality
quality
people.
people,
I
right?
need quality people. I don't
Yeah, somebody that's gonna take care of your stuff and not tear it up.
right, exactly. And then people that, like you said, take care of it that will pay their
Hmm.
rent on time, and you just want somebody that's going to take care of your property. So you're right about that.
And so
Definitely.
let me ask you another question real quick. One question I did want to ask, the person's not in here, but say somebody owned their own home, but they want to sell. What is some things that they should be doing to at least get close to a top dollar? Because I know you can just put a sale sign out there, but if your house is raggedy and the shingles is falling out, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to get top dollar, then you need to go through and make it look like a brand new penny, basically. Make
Mhm.
it look like you need to. If there's any issues that you haven't addressed that you know need to be just addressed, then you should definitely address those. Because what people don't understand, like if we go, just say I want to sell my house, and I just slap paint on the walls, I make
Mhm.
everything look new and shiny. That house is gonna 9 times out of 10, it's gonna have an inspector come through.
Right.
So they're going to be able to see through all the cover ups. So I would say you would basically just go through any deferred maintenance. You want to go through and get all that done up front. You do want to go through and make it look like a brand new penny. So when I say that, you want to make sure the paint is neutral for one, because what I've learned also too, a lot of people can't deal with colors, and I love
Yeah,
colors.
me too.
A lot of people can't. Some people will just go in a house that has colors in every room and be like, "Oh no, not for me," and walk away. So you want to do something neutral. You want to make it shine. You want to take care of all the deferred maintenance. Uh, Curb appeal is very important. You want to make sure your outside is very nice as well
Okay.
too. And you want to, if your house is vinyl or even if it's brick, if it need to be power washed, wash it. Do windows. Just clean it up for sure. Another thing you want to do, you want to depersonalize a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically, you want to make it seem like you don't live there. Okay, but you want to have light staging. So most sellers, I'd say 96% of sellers still occupy their homes. And what we recommend is just, try your best to, if you have a lot of stuff, I mean, it's even, you could get top dollar if you just rented yourself a pod, move most of your stuff out, and lived off of basic necessities,
Okay.
and do that. So you kind of want to empty your house, but you want light staging for that.
Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely that. So you want to, again, just to go over it, landscape is important, curb appeal is important, brand new pennies and deferred maintenance. You want to take care of that too.
Awesome.
Hmm.
Awesome. 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 Well, thank you, honey bunch.
You're welcome. You're welcome. If you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to me. You can,
Okay.
any of your followers can reach out to me as well.
Okay.
Again, doing this, and if anybody's interested in selling real estate too, you could do as little as much as you want. You probably don't know this, Coco, but I actually do this part time now,
Wow.
and so I have a full time job too.
Okay.
But my goal is to quit that full time job and just come back into this full time, because I did
Yeah.
it full time and then I went and got me a great manufacturing job that I need to quit because I'm too old to be working there.
Come on.
So my goal is to come back and do this again. So I said all that to say this: you can make as little or as much as you want. It
Yeah.
depends. We all know somebody, and you don't know all the people I know. I don't know all the people you know, but you could find somebody who wants to sell a house or buy a house if you're looking to. And it's not easy. It's not easy. It takes dedication.
Mhm.
But what I think what keeps me going is I do have a love for people, and I like helping
Yeah.
people. And my husband told me I'll never get rich because but I'm not. I prefer to sell you what you're looking for and be as helpful to you than to sell you anything, because if I helped you, then you probably feel like I can help your friend.
That's right.
Versus,
And it passes
versus
down.
yeah, versus me selling you this house and then you get there and like a dang on realtor.
Hey.
Don't want that. Don't want that. So I'd rather help and show you the way.
And me
And
and you're gonna have to get together and do a lunch because I have my LLC too. I want
right.
to talk to you about it. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes. You could come see me. I got me a new office. You can't see it, but I kind of stepped out on the limb here as my goal to quit my other job. I stepped out on a limb here and just went ahead and got an office.
Okay.
I do have two agents that work for me
Wow.
as well too. And again, we're all part time. Everybody has a full time job. So we
That's
just come in.
awesome.
Yeah, we just come in and we just put in the hours that we can to real estate because if you don't know, you can do real estate all kinds times of the night. Um,
Okay.
get that done. But yeah, reach out to me
Okay, babe.
and let's sit down and talk.
I will. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. If you have
All
any
right.
questions, please call me.
Okay.
All right,
Have
have
a
a
good
good day.
one.
All right.
You too.
Talk to you soon.
All
All right,
right,
bye
babe.
bye.
Bye bye. Thank you guys that came in so much. I don't know who's still here and who's not, but I thank you all so much for supporting and everything. And I wanted to keep my word. I really didn't feel like coming on today, but I wanted to keep my word and bring you all quality information. Um, and again, I say people say that they want quality content, but when you bring them quality content, they know where to be found. So like I said, I look at more or less what people do than what they say. People say a lot, but if you watch their actions, you can see they don't really believe or want what they say. So, and then again, on that note too, a lot of people, you know, I'm just gonna be transparent, and then we're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna be transparent. A lot of us are crabs in the bucket. A lot of us are very much crabs in the bucket. We don't want to see nobody else succeed, and we not gonna succeed. We are comfortable at the bottom. It's like I'm at the bottom, I'm comfortable at the bottom. Don't try to elevate me. And guess what? I ain't gonna help you elevate. And it's so thank you, real mamas. This so I'm at a point now, y'all. The older I get and every day that the Lord allowed me to breathe, I'm at a point that I just don't want stuff like it around me no more. I don't want inconsistencies. I don't want people who, they're not stable in none of their way. The Bible said a man is unstable in all their ways. I can't take that. I don't want it around me. I can't take it. I can't even stomach it anymore. And I know it's just YouTube, it's just content, and I know people like what they like and they don't, and that's fine. But I get sick of hearing, and this is what I always hear. Oh, you have a good content, you have a good platform, but I never see you in my platform. So I mean, huh? And I'm not going to change who I am. I'm not. I have to be able to look at me every day in the mirror. But I don't know. I'm changing. I'm changing to where I'm dotting my I's and crossing my T's, and I'm cutting off the things that don't mean me nowhere, don't mean me no good, if it makes sense. And I'd rather have 15 that want some good stuff, mean what they say and say what they mean, than to have 2,000 who are fly by nights, who could care less, you know. And it's just at that point now. It really is at that point now because I know I heard everybody say, well, this is just, but here's the thing. When people rush to get home from work, they rush to get you, they do stuff like when it comes to herbs. I study that stuff. I study it. I don't just pick something. I study. Do y'all get that? Y'all don't get that. So by the time I tell y'all, I'm an expert at the herb because I want to make sure that what I'm saying is correct. I don't just grab nothing out of the herb and say, okay, let me just, no, I study it. And I see if it has any interactions with any other herbs. And then I see how many other herbs do what we needed to do. Yeah, that's so stressful. It's stressful, but it's rewarding because I love to help people. But a lot of times, even with that, people just think, oh, well, so. And I'd be like, what's wrong with people, man? What's wrong with people? And this ain't chastising about. I'm just telling y'all what's on my heart. I'm just, this realtor said, Candy said, she said, you know, she had to work today, but she still kept her word and came on her and gave us information that you really pay for. To be honest, this is information you pay for. This ain't nothing people give away for free. They have seminars to tell you what you need to buy houses, and everything. And she came on her for free after working. I don't understand us as a people. I don't understand us as a people. I really don't understand us as a people. And then you get people, the least little sickness they have, it stops them from breathing. I don't feel good right now, but I'm here. It's just, I don't get it. And we're not the same. We just not the same, man. Let's keep your person. Oh, thank you, real mama. It's just, I'm very much I'm kind of disappointed. I think that's the good word I'm looking for. I'm kind of disappointed. You know, it's a lot of foo and foolery going on right now in certain sectors, and them rooms be packed out just to hear the nonsense. Just to hear nonsense. And the climate that we're in right now, to where Roe versus Wade has been rolled back, to where they're trying to throw us back in slavery. It's a whole lot of stuff going on. Pandemic, monkeypox, whole lot of stuff going on. And all people can seem to be faithful to is the uckery. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Got it. Got it. Yeah, I got it. I got it. Like I said, it's really disappointing. It just really is. You know, um, hmm. And then when you're not people's favorite, you know, I when you're not people's favorite, you don't get the support. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just y'all. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to I'm going to have to, you know, just stay true to me, which I am going to do that, but I'm just going to have to really stay true to me because trying to bring people more content that they want and all this and stuff. Um, mm-mm. People don't. Mm-mm. I'm starting to feel like people really don't appreciate you, you know. And yeah, I'm just at a point. Even the dog likes to be petted, y'all, every now and then. A dog likes a treat. You know what I'm saying? A dog like for you to say, "Good job. Come here and let me just rub your head." Just for doing what a dog does. That's it. Nothing special. You know. Hmm. Hey, my Kentucky sis. Hey, Ashton. Thanks for coming over, love. I'm just really just burning my soul right now. How I feel. Um. Yeah. With everything I've been through this week, y'all. Yesterday was one heck of a day for me. It really was one heck of a day for me, and I'm still feeling the effects from yesterday. And I don't know. My eyes is just being open to stuff even the more. And I know some people are like, girl, it ain't that serious, and girl, and that's because that's where your mentality is. I'm not talking to you. Let me go ahead and give that disclaimer. If you think the highlight of your day is to see people argue or discuss stupidity, I am not talking to you. I am talking to intelligent boss people. Did I make myself clear? Okay, moving forward. You know, it was just a lot yesterday. It was just a lot, and I'm gonna be okay though. We all gonna be okay. It's just like I said. I know things happen. I know people, like I said, people get legitimately sick. I get that. People work and can't. I understand that. And I'm not, that's why I said I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the ones that you know who you are. And a hit dog will holler all day long. So I'm going to see who hollers. Let's just do it like that. And before I take it back, I add more to it. See, a lot of times I come on here and my demeanor is something different. And people take my kindness for a weakness. They feel like, it's just, Libra butterfly, Coco, she ain't blah, 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 because you don't hear me on her cussing people out and all this and stuff. So people don't really take me to, as a legitimate person, but baby, um, don't try me. Don't try me. Try Jesus. Don't try me. I'm at that point. I'm at that point right now. So I do thank the realtor, thank Miss Candace and business owner for coming on and you know giving us those pearls and wisdom, those jewels about buying a house, refinancing, not refinancing, buying a house, buying property, selling a house if you're trying to sell one. And just, she was so personable. People could have asked, questions like real mamas did, and everything. So I really appreciate that because, like I said, this woman didn't have to take her time. And that's, you know what? Let me just keep it 100. Let me just keep it 100. That's another reason why I have not brought those millionaires back. That's another reason why I told TJ, let's hold up. I am not going to waste these people time. They come in here because they like me and they love my word. If I give them a word and say, you know what, there's people that when you talk, they're going to listen and apply, what you're saying to their life, they trust my word. And so I refuse to bring those millionaires back in here or any other millionaire to come and people ain't gonna pay no attention. I'm not gonna compete with stupidity. I'm not gonna compete with no foolery. I'm not gonna compete with none of that. I don't have to. I'm an empress in my own right. If you don't know what an empress is, look it up. Yeah, I will. I will, real mamas. Yes, ma'am, Miss Ashton. It's just I'm just fed up, y'all. I I'm fed up. I've had enough. I've had enough. And sometimes enough is too much, Sometimes enough is too much. And yeah, I've had enough. Yeah. Yep. So let me say this. And see, I know, because see, God done took it away from me. It was right. I was trying. See, come on, God, thank you. For all of you guys who think it's okay that Roe versus Wade was reversed, because either you can't have children or you quote unquote live behind the Bible. Let me explain something to you. And you heard it here first. I've told my people, United States is not a biblical country. I don't care who tell you it is. It's not. I don't care if your pastor told you, he lied. United States wasn't built on biblical, because if it was built on Christian values, they would have never came and got us and put us in slavery. Those of us that was already here, they would have never entrapped us. Okay, so stop that. Point two, God gives you a choice. In his word, he tells you, choose ye this day. Okay, he don't force you to do nothing. You either take the blue pill or you take the red pill. See what I'm saying? He gives you free will. You either gonna choose to do right or you gonna choose to do wrong. So if God does not force you to take him, why are y'all standing with the government that has? See how self-righteous that was? That's all I've been hearing is a lot of it. And don't get me wrong, because y'all know I'm a preacher too. I don't believe in abortion, but I also don't believe I have the right to tell you to do what to do with your body. Again, I stay in my lane. If God does not force you to do whatever, who am I? So I don't get that. And a whole lot of people's trying to make this biblical. It's not biblical. It's not biblical at all. You mean to tell me this is the same country that will give you 39 million years for getting to feed a dog for a day, but can shoot a black man down the street and people go free? I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. Since we're gonna talk, let's get it our way down. But no, you can't have it both ways. I thought life mattered. I thought life mattered. Hey, Mama Simpson. Hey, love. Thanks for coming over. So, miss me with all that. Because I'm still confused. I'm confused how you can have a shooting on tape. A man with his hands up, his feet out, no threat whatsoever, and gets shot like a dog, and he gets off. But we're for life, right? We're pro life, right? Okay. Hmm. I'm confused how the same Democrats that tell you need to support them, and if you don't vote Democrat, you ain't black, and you need to believe everything. Now I ain't no Republican either, so I'm going here because most African Americans are Democrats. Okay, these are the same people that still won't give you reparations. These are the same people that still will not fight to give you a protection with the law. The only time some African American get protection is if other races is added into the protection. Go look it up. But you want me to believe that y'all worried about an unborn baby? Yeah, okay. Same country that's worried about unborn kids, but ain't got formula to feed the kids that's here. Really? Really? Won't give you WIC. Every year they change the recommendation for WIC. Can't get food stamps. Those that really need it can't get it. but they can give them to any other country or nationality people that they feel is necessary when they come over here. They don't go through everything we go through, and we built this country. But you want me to believe that you care about the unborn babies? Okay. So let's talk. See, not all of us is stupid. Not all of us is asleep. Some of us see some stuff. This is the same country that they don't mind you knowing their history. But as soon as you start talking about what's that, critical theory history for black people, oh, they're trying to shut that down because they don't want you to know where you really come from and who you really are and what they did to us. You'd be surprised how many people don't know that Shakespeare was black. They don't teach you that in school. When they show you a picture of Shakespeare, he's a white man. Shakespeare was black. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. So before everybody get on they do nothing and they have horse and oh, but the unborn babies, these are the same people. A pregnant mama, a mama that just had a baby can't even get you to babysit, but you worried about an unborn baby. First thing you heard, ain't my child. So since we want to talk about unborn babies and you don't think abortion is okay, okay, I give you that. But let's stop with the Viagra then. How about that? Let's stop Viagra. Let's stop condoms. Let's stop. See, don't just affect the women, affect everything across the board. But I'm gonna tell y'all where that's coming from. They're not more or less worried about the abortions. And if y'all think that's what that is, baby, let me help you. Let me hope. In the words of my granddaddy, let me hope you. Let me hope you. You know what this is stemming from? They're trying to cover their butt from January 6th. I prophesied to y'all. Remember last year? Well, after this had happened, and then before it happened, I said, y'all, I'm just telling y'all now, it's going to be some secrets revealed that has happened with the government and the White House, and it's going to shock some of y'all. Okay, the first thing that came out was that leaked tape of your president talking about, he wasn't going to help this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. Then it came out about January 6th. And if y'all think that wasn't playing, y'all lie. And when it's all said and done, you're going to find out it was a lot more senators, Congress, and things of that nature that knew what was going to happen and condoned it and didn't say nothing. My God don't lie. So y'all keep on. Y'all keep on. So see, you got to watch out when you say, and I understand okay, like I said, do I believe in abortion? No. For me, it's a no. That's why I had 9 kids. Hello. And you know what? I never knew how blessed I was. It's a lot of women that just want one and can't even have them. And her God blew 9 on me, actually 10, and I had a miscarriage. Blessed. My grandmother used to say, you blessed. I really never understood that, but today it hit me like a ton of bricks. Blessed. Do they get on my nerves where sometimes I want to snatch that thing right up under their chin and twist it and shake them till they can't speak? Of course. Okay, thank you, Mama Simpson. Okay. I'm just saying, we are our brother's keeper. We really are, y'all. And I know y'all don't want to know that, but we are. We the only ones we got. We better learn how to help each other. We better learn how to be there for each other. Stop thinking we better than each other just because I got one more TV in my house than you got. Just because, I can afford some Jordans and maybe you can only wear just the regular Nikes or some Reeboks. And anyway, let me. However, y'all, you all, I thank you so much for those of you all who were able to listen to her. I don't even know how to edit this. I was gonna say I might edit this because I don't want it to seem like I'm up here. Even though it is how I feel. How I feel. I mean, seriously, I feel how I feel. I don't know what else to say about that. I really do. So hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. I'm gonna try to do this. Hold on. Woo. Okay. Did I do it right? Yeah, I did. Okay, okay, okay. Um, it's not letting me save it. Why come it won't let me save the channel? I don't know how to do it. Shoot. You. Okay, so anyway, y'all, I am Greg out for here. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for coming over here. My sissy told me leave everything the way it is, so I am. I do appreciate everyone I'm connected to. I appreciate you all taking your time out to even listening to this, and even just to get these pearls of wisdom. Again, if you do want to sell real estate, she can get you started. She can train you, even though she's in another state, and everything. So just let me know. I'll pass her information to you. If you're interested in buying a home, refinancing a home, whatever you're interested in doing in a real estate way, because I'm going to get with her and I think I'm going to buy me some property. I think I'm going to stay right where I'm at and try to buy some property and rent it out. So I think that's what I'm going to do. But we'll go from there. So anyway, you all be blessed. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Libra Butterfly, aka Coco, the Empress. If you need me, if you need anything or whatever, please feel free. To give me a click in the I was gonna say click in the view. Feel free to give me a holler. I do appreciate you guys. And on that note, you all be blessed.